Who really is Muse in Marvel's universe? Hey there, Marvel fans! Ever stumbled upon a character so mysterious, so chilling, that they leave an indelible mark on your mind? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on one of Marvel's most enigmatic and unsettling villains, Muse. Who is this haunting figure lurking in the shadows of Hell's Kitchen? And what makes him stand out in a universe teeming with formidable foes? In this video, we'll delve deep into Muse's origins, his chilling motivations, and the profound impact he's had on our favorite heroes. So grab your favorite snack, sit back, and let's unravel the twisted tapestry of Muse's dark artistry. Muse is not your typical Marvel villain. Emerging from the gritty streets of Hell's Kitchen, he operates in the shadows, leaving behind a trail of macabre art that sends shivers down the spines of even the bravest heroes. Introduced in the pages of Daredevil Vol. 5, Muse quickly cemented himself as a sinister force, a serial killer with a penchant for turning his crimes into gruesome displays. Unlike the grandiose world-conquering ambitions of villains like Thanos or Dr. Doom, Muse's objectives are deeply personal and disturbingly artistic. He doesn't seek power or wealth. Instead, he's driven by an insatiable desire to create, no matter the cost. This chilling obsession sets him apart in the Marvel Universe, making him a villain that's as fascinating as he is terrifying. Standing out among Daredevil's rogues gallery, Muse challenges the man without fear in ways that push both his physical limits and moral compass. He's a reflection of the darkness that can reside in the human soul, and his unpredictability keeps both heroes and readers on edge. Muse first made his eerie debut in Daredevil No. 11, 2016, crafted by writer Charles Soule and artist Ron Garney. From the moment he appeared, it was clear that Muse was unlike any adversary Daredevil had faced before. Clad in tattered clothing with a featureless mask-like face, Muse's appearance alone was enough to unsettle. Little is known about Muse's true identity, which only adds to his haunting presence. His past is shrouded in mystery. No name, no history, just a relentless drive to express himself through his dark art. Muse views the world as his canvas, and unfortunately for the citizens of Hell's Kitchen, his mediums are often blood and human remains. His emergence as a villain is linked to a wave of violence in the city. Bodies begin to appear in grotesque tableaus, each more disturbing than the last. These aren't random acts of violence. They're carefully constructed pieces, meant to provoke thought and emotion. Muse sees himself not as a criminal, but as an artist misunderstood by society. The lack of a concrete backstory makes Muse even more terrifying. Without understanding his origins, heroes like Daredevil struggle to anticipate his next move. Muse embodies the fear of the unknown, and his actions suggest a history steeped in tragedy and madness, though the specifics remain elusive. At first glance, Muse may not seem like a powerhouse, but underestimating him would be a grave mistake. He possesses enhanced physical abilities, including strength, speed, and agility, that surpass those of a normal human. This makes him a formidable adversary in hand-to-hand combat, able to hold his own against skilled fighters like Daredevil. One of Muse's most unsettling abilities is his regenerative healing factor. He's survived injuries that would be fatal to ordinary people, allowing him to recover quickly from wounds. This resilience makes him incredibly difficult to stop, as he can endure punishment that would incapacitate or kill others. Additionally, Muse has a twisted genius-level intellect, particularly when it comes to his artistic creations. He's highly creative and unpredictable, able to devise elaborate schemes and traps that catch even seasoned heroes off guard. His artistry isn't limited to physical displays. He has a knack for psychological manipulation, using his art to send messages and provoke reactions. Diving into Muse's psyche is like venturing into a dark labyrinth with no clear exit. His mind is a complex web of obsession, creativity, and a skewed moral compass. Muse is driven by an overwhelming desire to create art, but his definition of art is far from conventional or ethical. He sees himself as a visionary, someone who pushes boundaries to make profound statements about society and humanity. His gruesome displays are meant to evoke emotion, to force people to confront uncomfortable truths. In Muse's mind, the shock and horror his works elicit are justifiable means to achieve a higher artistic purpose. Muse's obsession with art consumes him entirely. He operates without empathy or regard for human life, viewing people as mere materials for his creations. This detachment suggests a deep-seated psychological disorder, possibly psychopathy, where he lacks the capacity to understand or care about the suffering he inflicts. Muse's most significant impact unfolds in the Daredevil series, starting from issue 11 in 2016. In this storyline, Muse's reign of terror begins with the discovery of his gruesome artworks scattered throughout Hell's Kitchen. Murals painted in blood, sculptures made from the bodies of his victims. Each piece is a chilling testament to his warped genius. One of the pivotal moments is when Muse kidnaps and blinds Blindspot, Samuel Chung, Daredevil's protege. Muse sees Blindspot as a kindred spirit, someone who appreciates art but lacks the vision to see it fully, quite literally. The confrontation between Daredevil and Muse is intense and brutal. Daredevil struggles not only against Muse's physical prowess but also against the moral quandaries posed by his adversary. Muse challenges Daredevil's principles, forcing him to consider the lengths he's willing to go to stop such a monster. Another significant arc is when Muse targets Inhumans post the Civil War II events. He begins capturing and using them in his art, which escalates tensions and draws the attention of other heroes. Muse's arrest and imprisonment don't mark the end of his influence. Even incarcerated, his legacy haunts the heroes, and his escape promises further chaos. Each storyline featuring Muse delves deeper into the darkness of his character, exploring themes of morality, justice, and the nature of art. Muse's actions have profound effects on those around him. Daredevil is forced to confront his own limitations and the darkness that someone like Muse brings out in him. The emotional and physical toll of battling such a relentless foe strains his relationships and challenges his code of ethics. For Blindspot, the encounter with Muse is life-altering. The loss of his sight and the trauma inflicted upon him leave deep scars. It tests his resolve as a hero and his faith in the mission he shares with Daredevil. Blindspot's recovery and journey forward become a subplot that highlights the personal costs of heroism. Muse's targeting of Inhumans brings heroes like Karnak into the fray. It forces an unlikely alliance and underscores the broader implications of Muse's actions. He's not just a street-level threat, but someone whose influence can escalate conflicts and draw in various factions within the Marvel Universe. Muse embodies several deep and unsettling themes within the Marvel Universe. One of the most prominent is the intersection of art and morality. His actions force characters and readers alike to consider where the line is drawn between artistic expression and moral responsibility. Muse believes that art should shock and provoke, regardless of the ethical considerations. Another theme is the nature of obsession. Muse's singular focus on his art at the expense of all else highlights how obsession can consume and destroy. It's a cautionary tale about losing oneself in the pursuit of a goal without regard for the consequences. Muse also represents the dark side of creativity. While art is often seen as a positive force, his twisted creations show how it can be perverted. This challenges the notion of whether art is inherently good or if it's a neutral tool that reflects the intentions of the artist. Muse's mysterious background has spawned numerous fan theories. One popular speculation is that Muse could be connected to other Marvel characters with artistic inclinations, such as Madcap or Carnage, suggesting he might be an offspring or disciple influenced by their insanity. Some fans theorize that Muse might be an Inhuman or a mutant, which would explain his abilities and fascination with Inhumans in the comics. There's also speculation about Muse making the leap to the Marvel Cinematic Universe or appearing in streaming series like Daredevil, Born Again. Fans believe his complex character and psychological depth would translate well on screen, providing a fresh and chilling antagonist for our heroes. Discussions on forums often revolve around who could portray Muse in live-action adaptations. Actors known for playing complex or villainous roles are frequently suggested, fueling excitement about the potential for Muse's character to reach a broader audience. So, who really is Muse in Marvel's universe? He's a haunting enigma, a villain who defies simple explanation. Muse challenges heroes not just physically but morally and intellectually, leaving an indelible mark on those who cross his path. His blend of artistry and atrocity creates a compelling and terrifying character that pushes the boundaries of what it means to be a villain. Muse's presence in the Marvel Universe reminds us that evil can be subtle, cunning, and deeply personal. He forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about art, morality, and the lengths one might go to in the name of expression. As we await his next move, be it in the comics or perhaps even on screen, one thing is certain. Muse is a character who leaves a lasting impression. His story is a dark mirror reflecting the complexities of creativity and obsession. What are your thoughts on this sinister artist? Do you think Muse could be the next big villain to shake up the Marvel Universe? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite characters.